What's up, guys? What's going on? Happy Tuesdays. Wow, a lot of dump today, man. Holy smokes. See what the market bubble is looking like today. So Ford had a really strong move today. They had really good news. What's up, Kip? How you doing? Herman Miller earning today? Oh, let's check it out. What's going on, Sean? So Ford had really good news coming out of this morning. I posted a little bit of that in the stock watch list this morning at like around 9:20s. They said they were planning to nearly double all electric F-150 lighting production to 150,000 unit annually. So that was a big thing. Yo, what's up, Photo Warrior? Haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? So that was like a big move. It was like almost like a Tesla type of hype. So they had a nice move there. GM follow as well, also having a very strong move after that. What else we had? No clue what this company was. Discovery has some more continuation from yesterday's move. And then Verizon, some of these consumer value stocks are coming back to life. Verizon, AT&T and stuff. Activision looking a little sus today. Disney had a good gap up to 160 at the resistance this morning, and looks like it might end up giving some back up. Yeah, gave some back today. Google looking kind of sus. Amazon as well, looking bullish yesterday, and now looking not as bullish, right? Tesla as well had a really good gap up yesterday, $1,200 resistance, and we were even above 1,200. We were like tapping 1,210. After hour was good. Pre-market, it was doing good. Pre-market as well. But then for some reason, whatever reason it was this morning, the whole market became sus. I don't know if you guys felt it in your bones, but I felt it. I woke up this morning, I scanned the market, I was looking at it, I was like, yo, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but today the market just didn't feel right. So I'm kind of glad that I got out of a lot of stuff this morning on some of the straight bullish plays, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Even Walmart had a pullback today, which is weird because I remember some of you guys were asking about yesterday, and you guys were extremely bullish, but it was like it was touching a rejection on the trend line. So Apple too. Things are looking south real quick because this morning I was looking at my portfolio. I was like, why is everything like, coming down? Like I was looking at my long-term portfolio and I was like, something doesn't feel right, man. Like everything is coming down. So it's like a lot of things are setting up like a pullback. Like you see these things where we're getting a top and it's coming back down. The only thing that we got rotated into was the industrial sector. That was a very strong sector today. Deere got rotated into, Caterpillar got rotated into, PWR. So a lot of the industrial sector got a big push today because a lot of these guys are extremely undervalued anyways. So I think like market is trying to move itself into the value sector, and some of these haven't ran as much, like RTX. They still haven't really recovered that well, and Boeing. So people are looking for value plays. Even GE. We'll see. Let's check out what else. Catch up in the comments. Very nice. Welcome back. Full trading life, man. Hey, how you doing, buddy? What's up, Jawa? How you doing? Good seeing you. Oil went up big. Gotta check that out. I wasn't around for half the trading day, so I gotta check that out. It looks like XLE sector did have a nice move. Oxy, oh my gosh. Dudoosh. Dudoosh. So ExxonMobil, back-to-back push. That was new. Haven't seen that. Third best stock is keep me positive for the day. Very nice. I thought TLT inverts the market. TLT does inverse the market. When there's fear, TLT usually gets cash flow coming in. What's up, Massive Yo? How did TLT look today? Oh, it died? TLT is kind of like that. TLT also inverts the inflationary trades as well. So if inflationary trade is an issue, then TLT will get wrecked. So that's probably why some of the oil sector had a nice move today, because they're like a inflationary trade. And gold also had a good move today as well. We saw this yesterday. We saw that yesterday on the gold moving up. I posted in the futures chat that we were gonna get a possible pump on gold. So we're getting that move. I mean, we also talked about it here on stream as well. That's why I talked about that. Yeah, we just talked about Fort. Fort had a very strong move today. I don't know if you saw the watch list this morning, Deluxe. I posted the watch list this morning around 9:20 a.m. in a stock watch list site about Fort planning to nearly double all the electric F-150. So, I mean, it's I don't necessarily sit there and tell you, oh, this is the most bullish news ever or the most bearish news ever, but it's left to your own interpretation. And usually, I try to post bullish news only. Every once in a while, I will try to like balance it, but most of the time, it's always like bullish. But you can read the headline and like justify it yourself as well. What else happened today? Oh, one of my other stock that I was in, Balloon, Best Buy. We swung this from last week, I think, or the week before. I think last week. I swung it from last week and just boo 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 boo, just kept moving. Maybe it'll move to 100 and something, maybe not. But I'm already out, hit my target. I had a small cap oil ticker lined up in my research late last night and misplaced it. Gotta find that and see how it did. Just following the market today. Metaverse had a nasty close. Rest in peace, my cause. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. I have some Facebook as well. I did kind of see this move down. I thought yesterday was the reversal, but I'm gonna add a little bit more position here tomorrow morning and see if we get a nice pump. And then maybe I'm gonna see if I can get out at 344 because I do have a calendar on Facebook, so it's kind of playing this out a little bit, coming back down here. Looking for a reversal back up. I don't know if you're talking about this metaverse. I don't know if you're talking about Meta platform, Facebook, or if you're talking about META. But I'm looking for that bounce here tomorrow morning. Gonna add my position into, see if I can get a quick exit on maybe 25-50%, and just like chill for like the rest of the month, hopefully, or until we get a huge enough dip. Hey, what's up? 444. You mean 340? Are you talking about the long-term target? Yeah. But I'm not playing straight calls, by the way. I'm playing a calendar. So it's a big difference. When I'm playing a calendar, it's a little bit more it's a little bit more helping in terms of premium burn. You can also alternately play bull spreads as well. Hey, but guess what? I got some news for you. I got some good news for you, actually. So we got job opening is a little bit weak, very weak today actually. Probably why market is kind of sus. Recovery is not there. Manufacturing is weak as well. So 58 as opposed to 60, 10.56 as opposed to 11.07. So weaker than expected. If these were earnings, if these were earning data, they were missing. So that's why we kind of dropped today as well. You can see how these record came out. 10 o'clock, boo doo doo doo. And then 10 o'clock, boom boom. So people are reading these reports. They didn't like the market recovery, and things are going down. But the good news is, market on close and balance was 2.8 billion to the buy side. What does that mean? Everybody was buying the dip hand over fist. People were like, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, and they were just like grabbing, man. It's like if the market was full of potatoes, everybody would be fighting to grab a potato of their own. So that's kind of what happened today over here on the close. At 357, looking pretty good. I'll definitely go over Facebook, get a little bit. Let me see if there was any earnings for today. I think there was. I'm gonna go over some earnings, and then I'll go over ticker analysis. So we'll look at stuff like Facebook. We'll look at stuff like Microsoft if you want. I got you guys. There's probably around 430s. Ask me again if I forget. Is Bazinga worth it? Mind giving us a quick tour. Bazinga is it depends on your account size too. At the end of the day, a lot of the news you can get elsewhere. But at the same time, it's also very, very convenient to get it from Bazinga. If you guys haven't tried it before, check out here's the trial link, bazinga.grsm.io/Xtrades. So I just posted that link right here. Take a 2-week trial. The only thing is they have a very big learning curve. So a lot of these workspace that I have here that I have set up, you have to really understand the market well to be able to use it well. So I have a news tab, I have an earning tab just for earnings coming up, and then I have like an analyst, rating monitor tab where I look at the price upgrades in the morning. So sometime if I see something interesting, like if I see an interesting price upgrade this morning, I'll be like, might be worth like day trading this stock or playing the trade. So like something like this looks pretty interesting. HOFE got a price target raised to $6, but the real interesting is when you see like a double price upgrade. So what I mean by that is if you see one ticker being upgraded multiple times, on this, that's when it's really, really bullish and the stock is guaranteed to move. But you don't want to look for maintain, you want to look for upgrades. So a lot of these, they just say they're maintaining. maintaining. So nothing really good on there for today. In terms of price upgrades, because maintain means like neutral, right? Downgrades are bearish. So this is a downgrade today. This is an upgrade today. So like this is a price upgrade. And you can see like how the stock moved pretty well today, regardless of the market, just based on the fact that they got price upgraded, right? Let me see if there's another good price upgrade here. Yeah, so this one moved throughout the day as well, pretty good. Nice recovery. But usually you want to focus on popular stuff. Like I usually look for things like on Apple, Amazon, or like some of the big popular big caps, or even like Disney sometimes if I see it. But if you do end up getting the trial, just I mean, small account, it's still worth it to just get the trial, just play around with it, you know, play around with it 2 weeks. If you have multiple phone numbers, you might be able to play around with it for more than 2 weeks, you know. But use our trial link, help me out a little bit, and I'll help you set it up. If you need help setting it up, just hit me up on Discord, 007ofWallSt, and I'll help you like set up the tabs like the way I have it here. So this way it works a little bit better for you. So I also have the unusual option activities where I can look up any flow for like any ticker as well. That's the only good benefit about it. What do you think of banks? They have been running for the last few days. Not sure if it's a good time to hop on the train or if it's too late now. You got to check out our market outlooks, man. I always post the market outlooks every week. We talked a little bit about that yesterday in terms of our market outlook. So let me see if I can find it. Let me see what I posted on the banks. So I usually try to time on the weekend to collect my thoughts. XOF is the bank sector, right? So I should look for the W pattern to finish up to the upside, $40 plus if market remains bullish. So last week we caught the bottom on this. Banks is one of my favorite sectors to buy the dip when I'm unsure of how the market are going. So I think banks are gonna have a lot of opportunity. Some of the banks didn't run as much last year. Some banks have truly like gone too far. Some haven't. So I think banks like Citibank are still pretty like discounted to a certain extent. Whereas JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, they had such a great year. Their stock has already exploded. They could have more room to go just because they're part of the sector, but there's definitely some possible value in some of the other tickers in the sector. So I'm looking for that continuation there. Let me see how this XOF sector is looking right now. Did we get 40? Yeah, we did get $40 plus. So it's been running. It's been having a nice run. If you didn't catch it from 39 or lower, it's hard, man. It's hard to keep chasing. There'll always be other opportunities. I like Morgan Stanley too. They just finished. I think they just finished the E-Trade merger. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they finished that this year. So that could be possibly a big mover for them. Depending on how like E-Trade is performing, they could say, oh, we're doing this, we're making this an X amount of money, it's grown this X and X amount, and they could have a huge pump. Who knows? What do you say? HOFB got price upgrade? Yeah, they got a price upgrade to $6 this morning. The best are when a company has good earnings and then multiple upgrades the day after. Yes, that is facts. This is specifically why I use Bazinga a lot too. That's specifically why I have this monitor here, because I go and I pop on here and I'll type in individual tickers to filter them out for the day. So like today, today we have not even sure what earnings we have. I think we have SGH today. So like actually let's take a look at this earnings. Did we flop? We did flop. Ran too much. So like if we look at the stock today, SGH, right? If tomorrow morning market opens and SGH has like a price upgrade across the board because Wall Street thinks is gonna be extremely valuable, then it's by the dip. It's like buy it hand over fist, you know. But let's see. Let me see what the earnings look like, and I'll catch up in the comments again. SGH Smart Global Holdings earnings per share is $2.16, beat estimate of $2. Sales is 469 mil as opposed to 460 mil. This is a 176% increase compared to earnings of the same period last year. The company reported quarterly sales of 469 million, which beat the analyst consensus of 460 by 2.11%. This is a 61% increase compared to the same period last year. So they're doing pretty good. EPS is amazing, 176%. That means their margins is doing really good. Sales is only a 61% increase though, which has still been performing pretty well. Let's look at the price per year ago. So a year ago, the company was trading on $40. Right now, it was like 72. So doing some basic math. 40 times 1.62 puts it around 64, 65-ish. That's only on the sales growth, right? We're not even counting the margins growth. If we combine them together, probably get somewhere around 60 to 70s easily. Let me see what else they said in here. So guidance, next quarter's guidance is Q2. They see earnings per share between 1.3 to 1.6, which looks like it's going to be lower than this quarter's. But it's still going to be pretty in line with their estimate. Sales is around 415 to 455 as opposed to 426. That's looking pretty bullish as well. That's looking pretty good. A little bit iffy though. Oh, yo, buy the dip. Buy the dip, man. How'd I get on my account? Hold on, boys. I'm trying to buy the dip. How much fun do I have available right now? So I'm starting a small position here. Probably gonna continue to add depending on where we go. Wow, I got scammed on SOCDX. They didn't even hit the level, man. Picking up the dip on SGH. Because I did the math on this company the other day. And I know how much they're worth. So I know they got value. Yo, who is slamming these orders, man? Chillax. I didn't even buy it across on my account yet. Don't slam the order at the ass like that, guys. Chillax. Let me buy some low orders. Let me catch it in the comments. Did I miss any of the account that I didn't buy it on? All right, let me catch up in the comments. HSBC had an upgrade on Facebook December 6th. Any upgrade that has passed more than a day or two doesn't matter. Usually price upgrades only move the stock on the first day. Price upgrade itself is one of the most useless things ever. Don't ever use that to dictate your investment. Thoughts on Morgan Stanley? I liked it. I will probably play that earnings for a bit, Bath and Beyond. It's gonna be a lot of high IV. What is the best time to play options on tickers until earnings? Does a week or two before the earnings be good? Your thoughts? Depending on how you play it, there's multiple style of playing earnings, right? So we have an earnings challenge account at Xtrades. It's under the account challenge tab in our channel, and you gotta look for the thread. So if you can find the thread, you'll find the secret. It's like a secret dungeon, man. Secret dungeon, boys. So you gotta go to the account challenge channel here, and then you gotta look on the top to find the thread. Let me see if I can paste the image for you guys. So you go to the account challenge tab over here. Our thread is here, but in order to get this thread or join the thread, you have to find it on top over here. You have to go to the account challenge tab, go to the top, and then click join, and you'll be able to join it. And we post a lot of earnings plays for the week, so check that out. I mean, we haven't posted this week yet. The new year just started. We still got a lot of interesting going on. We are definitely gonna play it, but depending on what strategy you're doing, if you're playing IV rush strategy, which is one of the most basic strategies you can do, one of the easiest ones you can do, if you can define or figure out what direction you think is gonna go, like for example, if you think Netflix is going bullish, then you can buy a call right now for 2 weeks out, and kind of anticipate for that Netflix move to go to that your call. And if it moves in your direction, the IV rush will play in your favor as well. So this is the only time where you buy a call, a straight call or a straight put, where the IV is gonna assist you in terms of data burn. Whereas the rest of the other times, you're gonna get wrecked on data burn. So big difference there. So I think that's gonna be cool. Does a week or two before earnings be good? So yeah, usually a week or two. Dips on what? The ticker on the screen here. What's up, CG? What is this emoji? Is this a squirt emoji? Lost faith in analysts after some random ones at Bernstein downgraded MU to 58. Yeah, take them with a grain of salt. Your friend is a genius. She should come work for Xtrades. When high IV buy? No, when high IV don't buy. Buy before high IV. Facts. That's okay. That's jump change. Let's check this earnings. Anyway, Sean, I hope you got in that position with us over here. So SGA's announced 7 consecutive quarter year-over-year revenue growth. Really big there. Net sales of 470 million, up 61% from the year ago. Margin is up approximately 800 basis points. Huge, man. That's like 8%, right? A 50 basis point there. EPS is 177%. We continue our strong momentum into the fiscal 2022, achieving record revenue and GAAP gross margins. Share dividend. The share dividend we pay on February 1st. The share will begin trading posted on February 2nd. Very bullish. That's true. But she comes here just to show us support. And that's why I love her for that. I appreciate you, Spindle. Business outlook. SGH is providing the following physical outlook for the second quarter of 2022. Net sales 415 to 455. They've been doing this Y outlook, man. There's nothing else that I see that's interesting other than that split. Very bullish on that, so looking forward to seeing that move. I think we're easily gonna get like maybe like a move to $80, $90 at this point. What was the all-time high? Actually, this is the all-time high right now, so it's a good time for them to do a block split. Let's check out some of the other earnings. Spent too much time on this one already. Facebook is going to report next month, February 2nd. Inspire Medical System just released their guidance for Q4. They see revenue at 78 as opposed to 65, so that's pretty bullish. This might move the ticker as well. Had a somewhat of a down day. So this is usually pretty bullish when a company releases their preliminary guidance and is beating the estimate. It's usually pretty good if the stock is trading closer to what they were trading in the last earnings. So that was INSP. Check that out. Yeah, they're trading much cheaper than they were trading last year. If you check, if everything is like going well according to guidance and stuff, should be a buy the dip opportunity on this, so we could potentially see a breakout tomorrow as well on this sticker. But market looking sus though. Market looking sus. Oh, this is the Herman Miller company. Did they end up buying the wallpaper company? Is that what happened? I think that's what happened last quarter, right? They bought over the wallpaper company. Let me see. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure if that decision makes sense. Because it's tricky, man. But I guess they had a lot of cash, and you know, and they thought that, you know, if they're selling these chairs to businesses, they can sell wallpapers to business as well. But usually the people that are buying the wallpaper and the people that are buying the chairs are two different types of buyers. Because the people that will buy the office supplies are usually the company, and then the people that usually buys the wallpapers are actually the general contractors that are doing the work for the company. So it's gonna be two different buyers. Um, I guess they could use the other side of it. I guess if they see somebody buying wallpaper for a project, they can use that to find leads for their chair side. Actually, that side makes sense because whenever a general contractor buys wallpaper, they usually buy it for offices, right? If they buy it for the offices, then like, and they're starting the project, or they're all pretty close to the project, because they only install wallpaper when the project is almost done. Um, but they will usually get the information before that. So then Herman Miller, as a chair company, as an office supply company, office supply and chair company, they could use that information, because anytime a general contractor buys wallpaper, they must tell Herman Miller. I mean, they must tell the wallpaper company where it is, who the client is, who the architecture is, and all that stuff. And I only know this because I'm in the field. That's why. And Herman Miller could potentially use that information, and they can send an outside sales rep to that project and lock in the deal on the office supply and chair side with the company that is getting the renovation or the office set up. So that could potentially drive their revenue a lot in the future in terms of the synergy and stuff. Now that I think about it, if that's how they're planning to execute it. If that's not how they're planning to execute it, then this would be the dumbest acquisition in the world. I hope that's how they plan to execute it. I mean, it's tricky because I don't know if they have the same like understanding of the industry that I have. But let's see. It looks like they're coming down a little bit to $36 after hours. I don't even know if you guys understand what I just talked about. I don't even know if you guys understand that. So Q3 sales is 1.01 billion to 1.05 as opposed to 987. Earnings per share is 0.24 to 0.30 as opposed to 0.5 estimate. So margins is definitely taking a hit from the acquisition as usual. So if you guys didn't understand what I just talked about, let me know, because that probably means that they don't understand what I was thinking as well. That was just me thinking out loud, actually. Earnings per share is 51 cents as opposed to 57 cents. So that was a miss. Sales is 1.03 billion, up from 626 million year over year. Did the Herman Miller stock price adjusted accordingly to that acquisition? No, I mean the price over here. I think it did adjust it. I think it did combine it already. I think it's already accounted for the 1.8 billion. Because I remember the company had ran higher than their 2019 price point. Like they combined both companies together. so the valuation is already accounted for. Because if the valuation wasn't accounted for, then obviously it's a steal, right? Because Herman Miller has been doing pretty good, and they just bought a company that was worth 1 point something billion. Probably a buying opportunity soon, in terms of long-term investment. All right, let's check out Facebook, and then we'll take a look at Fort. I got you guys. So Facebook, we talked a little bit about it earlier. Metaverse and the whole situation. So we're looking at the 97-minute chart. We took a look at it the other day. Yeah, so 97-minute chart. We had a good pop, huge pop the other day, but then RSI got extremely high there. So it started to cool down, came back to test this 343, 344 range area of support. We did get a mini bounce. At that point, December 30th, I thought market was already kind of sus. Obviously, the stock market actually went up even higher. I thought Facebook would have gone higher from that, but it didn't. So I thought we were either going to go higher or we're going to back test this range, because knowing Facebook, they love to do shit like that, man. They've been struggling to run. You know, every time they've been like trying to break above this green line here, resistance as support, they've been coming back a lot. So you see over here, came back up, hit back down, went up again, came back down, up again, came back down, and then from early December, market got wrecked so hard that Facebook just lost everything, right? Lost all the support, and then came back up again, test that yellow line resistance of MOB line, touched it, came back down, back test, break over again, back test, break over again, back test, and then finally came back to touch this 343 resistance again, and then just broke under again. So the yellow line and this line is also two really good magnets. So as you can see, we came back to this yellow line magnet again, right? This is our MOB line. Came back to touch that magnet again, and it looks like we're seeing a little bit bounce here. If we're bounced, I think we could potentially come back up to that 343 range again. And if we do, I'm probably gonna look for exit, because we're at the situation where market could potentially exhale. Um, and if market exhales, everything is gonna exhale with the market. And I'm saying exhale because anytime when you see the stock market run, I try to use this reference so that it's easier for people to understand. Anytime you see the stock market run like this, like green, 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 just like multiple green days, right? That's like, just imagine us doing HIIT in exercise, like when you're doing high intensity interval training, right? And like you're going ham for like a minute, right? Or you're going ham for a few minutes, you got to cool down, take a break. That's natural. Or if you're like sprinting really hard, you're training that, and you're doing big runs and you're running up really fast, the faster you run, the harder you run, the more likely that you need a quick breather. So like over here, we just ran up really hard, just boosh, and came back down, right? Ran again, came back down. So I feel like that's a really good way of like feeling the market, man. But yeah, we had a good run here. We had a little bit breather right here. Was it a few days ago? We had a nice little breather. I thought we were gonna come back a little bit more. Ideally, it would have been great for us to come back to 470s. But yesterday, Tesla carried the whole market on its back. Tesla just like opened up his big backpack and was like, yo, let's go. I got you, SPY. I got you, QQQ. It just threw everybody in the backpack and it started carrying them. It started carrying them so hard. So Tesla pretty much just threw everybody in the backpack yesterday and just started running up. And the whole market ran up because they had some of the best numbers ever. But obviously, I don't know about you guys. I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys have been affected by the new, Omicron variant, or if you know anybody that got affected by it. But it's starting to get very serious. I'm not sure how everybody else is feeling about it, but I know that there's a lot of friends and a lot of like people that I know that are starting to get it. I was just talking. I was in this other group chat with some RL friends, and and a few of the guys on like Saturday and Sunday, they were messing around. They were talking and telling me how they got fucked up. Uh, like one of the guys, he said he's one of his brothers-in-law took the train to Manhattan and possibly got it, and he was sick, so he ended up taking care of the brother-in-law last week, and then he ended up catching it after that guy, and then his girlfriend was taking care of him, and his girlfriend ended up getting sick after that. So it was just like a whole stage of it. And he said, I was like, is the symptom mild? Are you not like, is it just like easy stuff? They're telling me like they're getting messed up really good. Like they're getting high fevers, body ache across the board, and now his heart doesn't feel right. Which kind of like the the stuff I had a while back. I think myocarditis. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Um, and that's it's messed up. So and we're seeing the data points across the board that think like obviously I don't want to flood any of you guys. Obviously, none of us wish for this disease to go on further. None of us want to, continue um being in lockdown or anything like that. But the data points is showing that we're hitting all-time high. If COVID was a stock, it, yes, this. So if COVID was a stock, right? It'd be the hottest stock right now, bro. You know, if COVID was a stock, if COVID was the index, it is hitting all time highs, man. Hitting all time highs. We're hitting like we're hitting like seven. We're hitting like a million cases, right? Even the previous peaks in 2021 was only at 200K, 250K, right? But as you can see, like even in September, with the Delta variant, it was only hitting around 200K, right? But you can see in this chart, I'm not like trying to scare you or fight you guys or anything. But you can see in this chart we're seeing a big move. Hopefully this becomes a head and shoulder, and it comes back down to like 80,000, and then maybe we'll do like another peak back to 200,000 or whatever, and we'll set up the head and shoulder, and it'll be the end of it. But if this was a chart, I'm not lying to you guys. You guys can see the chart data yourself, whether you guys believe in COVID or not. Um, you know, read the technical analysis. Read the technical analysis. Forget the disease. Forget the real situation of what it is. Technical analysis, boys. Pretty much. Um, I don't know what else to say from that, man. Straight up technical analysis does not look good. Let's look at the worldwide. Same thing worldwide, man. Um, you know, Technical analysis in the worldwide is not looking good either. We're peaking. We're maybe this is the peak. Best case scenario, this is the head. This is the head and the head and shoulder setup. Worst case scenario, we haven't found the head yet. It's a breakout. This is a breakout pattern too. Like, I mean, look at this. Let me draw this, right? This is a breakout pattern too. So we should have seen the breakout pattern here. We had the triple top. We had a triple top, right? We had a triple top here, and obviously it broke above the triple top. So that was a breakout pattern worldwide. And so that was just in the worldwide case. Let's look at United States again. Had a triple top here too, right? So double top here and here. And then over here was the third top, and we broke out of that top as well. So hopefully we get a retest, coming back down. And actually no, we don't want a retest. We just want a breakdown. We just want a breakdown, no retest. COVID is like Nvidia last year. Yeah. Yo, what if COVID inversed the market? What would that mean? What would that mean if we're like getting triple tops? Does that mean market would come back down here? Would that mean that market would come back down to 223, 220s? No way, Jose. We test the support. We don't want no retest, man. No test of support. We just want COVID to break down. Actually, I think TradingView has COVID now. Yeah, we can chart COVID on TradingView now, man. Yo, parabolic, short COVID is bound to break down. Look at this. Eventually gonna break down, man. If this was a stock, it'd be the best investment right now. So that was the confirmed cases. Death is going up too. Wow, I can't believe they actually have the data set here. What? They have a data set broken down for Florida too. Oh shit. Actually, this is no joke. It's not even funny no more. Florida just jumped. Just went from 262 to 352. 100,000 cases. What? They need to stop testing there, man. Had a strong sideways channel and then broke out worldwide. Might start some lottos on MRMA, honestly. We're coming down to the support that I really like. Yeah, might start this might start a lotto position in the challenge account for the guys. Watch out for this. Because I think we could potentially see that bounce there. This might be good for the metaverse too. This might be the thing that kick off the metaverse if things get really serious again. Damn, that was a lot of fun. Let's talk about something else. What else do you guys want to talk about? I shook myself. Looking at that data now that like my mind is processing the data that I saw. I was like, oh crap. Oh man. I got fudded by myself. Shoot. Oh, the NASDAQ is looking weak. The Russell, though, looks like it could break out or break down here. I don't know if it's gonna pull one of these. If it's gonna pull one of these like it did over here. Damn, why is everybody so quiet? Did you guys get all fudded out? It's my time. Oh, Microsoft? I got you. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Oh, Microsoft has been in this channel. I think we're gonna see some more down move. I think we could potentially see some sideways action for Microsoft. Um, when last Friday, when we were on podcast with Guru and JTW, we all talked about the market and stuff, and JTW brought up a bunch of good points. Same thing with Guru as well. And one of the things I think we all kind of share a common opinion on was that a lot of the sectors, a lot of the stock that were very explosive last year, um, that was like, let me see, top 5 returns for 2021. So we think some of the top movers for 2021 is gonna have some issues, and people are gonna shift more to some of the cheaper companies. So Nvidia, Fang, MRO had a strong move in the SPY sector for it. DVN, MRMA. So these were the top movers last year, up 170%. I think Microsoft was pretty good too in terms of year-to-date return last year as well. They're up 50%. Maybe they still got room, so they could potentially see the move in this channel. I don't expect them to consistently hit new all-time highs as much as they were doing last year, where they were just straight up just running, just do. Unless Microsoft start doing some metaverse stuff, some more metaverse stuff. I'm not too crazy about them. I think the next big investments right now is gonna be the metaverse. Because I was watching some videos on the Oculus Quest 2, and honestly, it looks pretty interesting. Made me want to get one myself. Just the whole interaction of things, possibility of the office, going into like office meetings, going into the virtual world. It's a pretty dope concept. Like if you're doing like a short 30 minutes to an hour meeting, and you want to do a conference meeting, the metaverse is a great place to do that meeting. But you need people to be technologically advanced enough to do it. Where I think we might still have too many like people in the high top roles, like management roles, that aren't that used to computer yet. So maybe not so much. I'll be buying a new boat or living in a shack by summer. Let's go, Russell. Damn, man, you all in, Russell? Well, that's what I've been telling people. Games will be cool, but the real growth is business for VR. Yeah, I think that's what's really gonna grow the metaverse, because like in order for metaverse or the VR sector to grow, they need to be able to make money, and they're making money. They're not gonna make money from gamers as much as they can make money from businesses, because businesses will always be willing to pay whatever, they don't care. They like, it could be a dollar, it could be $1,000. They don't really care, because they'll budget and price accordingly for it. So I think that's gonna be if Facebook can maneuver themselves in a way to like attract a lot of business customers, then that's it, man. They're gonna win big time. So the last 3-4 years, if you ask me if Facebook was a good investment, I would be like, nah, don't like the company. Like obviously like not saying like short the company, but I wouldn't like it as opposed to like Amazon or like AMD or Microsoft, right? But this year, if you ask me like top five investments, which one do you think would be the best in 5 to 10 years from now between, you know, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook? I'd be like, Facebook is probably number one pick out of top five for the next 5 years. It went from like not even in the running for the top five pick to being number one in the top five pick just because of that. Are you getting the Quest 2, Kip? Maybe I'll meet you up in in the meta world. We'll have a drink. Yeah. I'll probably get one sometime this month though. And they're making it really cheap too. The Quest 2 is only like $300, which is dirt cheap. Spy to 483. So many W's, and every W says new highs. I mean, possible, but we need to test the bottom first before this this finish, you know. So I think a lot of the setups haven't touched the bottom yet. So we need the W to touch the bottom. We already had a new high from the last double bottom setup. So I think we gotta set up another double bottom setup. Damn, what a beast. Monster, bro. Yeah, I tried out all the other VRs as well. But I think all the previous VRs, they left a pretty bad impression on me because the immersion process, the immersion process, you know, is like when you're getting into the VR, right? And you get into that the other world. They haven't like set up that process well. So your eyes doesn't get adjusted, your head doesn't get adjusted, so your body isn't used to it, so you get a lot of headaches and stuff. And you get dizziness. So I'm hoping that the Quest 2 fixed that issue. They said they supposedly somehow improved the immersion process in the Quest 2. So I'll see. We'll see how that works. But I tried some of the phone VRs for like you know, to watch like videos and stuff, you know. And it was pretty decent. It was pretty reasonable. But it wasn't something I would use every day because it's kind of heavy on your head. That's the other thing that I think they need to work on is to make it lighter, or to like or to even like or to even have a way to like distribute the weight with something that hangs it or pulls it from the top to like take some weight off, because if the headset is too heavy on you, it can really strain your neck or your head in general. You know, just like some movies and stuff, you know, basic stuff, nothing big. But that's pretty much here. It's 5:06. Thing we're gonna end it here. We looked over all the earnings. We saw some bullish stuff, some interesting things. We'll come back tomorrow to look at some more earnings and Thursday as well. And hopefully tomorrow we're gonna set up some plays for the ER challenge. Looking to set up plays on MRMA and maybe Beth Bath and Beyond as well for earnings. BBY. Other than that, have a good night, guys. Oh, and also if you guys are new, we also have our survey that came out yesterday. So if you guys have a chance, please go fill out the Xtrades survey. Greatly appreciate it. Over here, let us know who helped you out, you know, and what we can do better in terms of hold on. Damn, this link is so messed up. So this is a good feedback form. Let us know who helped you out. Vote for the analyst that made you the most money or that supported you the most. And then if you have any questions, always reach out to us. And let us link what we can improve on as well. So like over here, what do you think X-ray needs to improve on? Where do we fall short? You could say something like for example, too many alerts. Would like to see golden nugget alerts only. Could be something as simple as that. If you want like some of the analysts to filter out only the best of the best alerts, like if somebody wasn't sure about a stock going up and down and they're like 50% on it, that's probably something that shouldn't be alerted. If somebody was like more confident, like 70-80%, that's probably a good area to post an alert on. So it could be something like that. Other than that, have a good night, guys. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. I appreciate you.